When you think about military leadership, you don't think about condemning coercive power and reward power and promoting referent power. But that's what a site like Tom Correa, a former U.S. soldier, does. On his site, All About Leadership, Take Off to New Possibilities, he discusses team building, communication, people, and leadership. Today, I will focus on examining links within his leadership section of the website because there are so many different sections. I just wanted to focus on one. I will go over his links about definitions of leadership, traits a leader should have, and finally dealing with different styles as a leader. And then I'll go into an analysis I have of the overall site. The first thing that he goes into is definition of what a leader should be. And for this, he says to find a role model. And the role model that he chooses to use is a man by the name of Colonel Mike Pullman. He said that Mike exhibited many leadership traits and lived our corporate values of loyalty, duty, respect, self-service, honor, integrity, and personal courage, and many more. He said that Mike always knew his followers, putting names to faces, understanding certain traits about them and making a connection with the names, making a personal connection with each and every one of his followers. He also said that Mike did not demand respect, but gained respect from his followers because of this. The next section that I'll talk about is his leadership traits. He once again goes into a story about Colonel Mike Pullman, and he talks about how Mike believed that leadership was a privilege. He said that Mike believed that we were given the authority to make decisions and empowered to act, and this enabled us to learn and grow. And that is the privilege that Mike saw as being a leader, as his ability to make his followers grow. He said it was also important that Mike took responsibility for both the actions of himself and for his followers. He says that as our leader, he believed it was his responsibility to train his team and allow us room to make mistakes. Allowing us room to make mistakes is also allowing us room to grow. He also says that whenever that he failed Mike, he felt like he let him down. And that's what made him keep trying to do better and keep trying to grow. And this is very much like referent power and very much what he talks about through it. He also said that Mike knew the difference between authority and responsibility. He knew that authority was the power to enforce rules or give orders, a privilege given to individuals in a management and supervisor position. But he also knew the importance of responsibility, a duty or obligation where someone is held accountable. The next thing that he talked about is encountering different styles within a leadership position. And for this, he uses a metaphor. And the metaphor that he uses is a basketball coach. And he says that if you have a bunch of tall guys and a bunch of short guys, the short guys are going to be good at dribbling, and the tall guys are going to be good at rebounding. So you don't want to go up to the tall guys and teach them again and again how to rebound because they're kind of natural at it, but you are going to teach them a little bit about how to dribble. For this, he means that people are essentially different. And since people are essentially different, they need different things when it comes to leadership. So they need different leadership styles based on what kind of person they are. So, and it's not even like treating them differently, but leading them differently in different ways. So I've talked about this 3 different links that I found that were interesting on the website. Now I'm going to do a basic analysis of what I thought the website was like. I like the site's shunning of coercive power and like bringing up really referent and expert power, because I think that is an important thing to bring up, and it's a kind of like a sigh of relief in like military-based training, where a lot of the talking about is that coercive and reward power. Um, the use of stories and of metaphors made it very easy to go through and very easy to obtain the knowledge that was within the site. It was very accessible. Like the first go, I had it down pat what he was trying to say. The site's a little brief though. It's about like each section is about 2 pages. That's not a bad thing. It just means that it's really fast to get through the section. Overall, I like the site. It was pretty good. I do wish there was some more depth in some other sections, but I did really like the stories that were told. Um, so today I've told you about um, the site by Tom Crea, and I've told you about the 3 different links: definition of leadership, different traits a leader should have, and dealing with different styles with different people. And lastly, I went over an analysis of the article. Overall, I thought the website was good and it was very informative. And so if you have a chance to check it out, I definitely would. Thank you for your time.